Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is a habit, not an act. And so basically, in order to grow in excellence and grow in perfection, some of those things are not things you just do once and you're done. Now, of course, Aristotle was not a Christian. He lived about 200 years before Jesus. And one of the things you recognize is that some of those philosophers of the time realized that there were certain traits people should strive to grow in. What's interesting is that the Bible actually says talks about some of those traits. And one of those things is discussed in Philippians chapter 3. Paul said, not that I have already attained, but I press on toward the mark. And unfortunately today there are many people who just want to stay where they are. That should not be us. We shouldn't want to just remain the way we are. We should want to grow spiritually. We should want to grow in every area of our lives, but most especially spiritually. I want to say something quickly about what it takes today and the challenges before us. When I look at the state of affairs amongst people, especially young people today, I find something that is a little challenging, and that's where you're growing up in a day and age with a lot of information, with a lot of resources, and yet being okay with living mediocre lives that are just okay. And I want to encourage you to think about this. What are the habits you need to build over the next few weeks? I also want to go back to something, because I've talked to some people about my boarding school days, and when we were in boarding school, we learned a lot about structure and discipline, and I just think that that's one of the things that American young people today can learn from, just learning to have structure and discipline in the midst of abundance. And so I want people to think about that a lot. Now, boarding school, of course, had its challenges. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it did give us a place to build on certain skills over an extended period of time. Now, if we had, I know America has some boarding schools, and I understand that some of these boarding schools are expensive, but mostly focus on the education element. I think we should have some options where people can go away, whether it's for 5 days at a time, where they just work on building disciplines. Of course, the parents need to work with their young people on these things. So I want to encourage parents to make a list of disciplines or make a list of habits. What do you want your child to learn this month? And then help them work through that. And then for the children who don't have a place to go, for the children who might be homeless, let's find places they can go, a shelter where they can also work on those disciplines, so that when they get on their feet, or so that when they get where they need to go, they are ready and have established the habits they need. My friends, now is the time to build habits, healthy habits, and habits that actually matter. Habits of discipline, of studying and learning, especially from the Bible, but then also habits of showing compassion and helping other people and investing in other people's lives, removing the attention from ourselves and thinking out to helping other people. Thank you for your time. My name is Amos, Tarfa, and have a wonderful day.